Well, boys, I hate to break up a good party, but you can't keep a...
I bet we do, Mr. Hogarth. That's right, J.J.
I'll say you can't, J.J.
I can see you all understand all... Time of my life tonight. And speaking of time, I have here a little timepiece. Because the man I'm giving it to is a 14-carat, 17-jewel cashier.
Here, here.
Pass it along to him, boys.
Oh, that's a beautiful...
So, Billy, beautiful watch.
Chris?
He deserves it, too.
All right, Chris.
To my friend, Christopher Cross. 5 years of faithful service from J.J. Hogarth, 1909. Well, it's beautiful.
Jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Congratulations, old boy, congratulations.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, my old friend. God bless you.
Thank you.
Have a smoke before I go. Thank you. You're not superstitious, are you, Chris?
No.
To J.J.
Oh, that's very nice of you, boy. Oh, don't worry, we won't. We'll be right there on time.
Well, good night, boys.
Good night, boys. Thanks again for a swell party.
That's you, really. I expected to own anything.
Hey, fellas, look! Look! Come here! Get a load of that dame. That's JJ's wife?
If I had to do he's got, I'd step out too.
Hey, you haven't got an umbrella. Now, I'll take you to your bus.
Oh, no, that's out of your way.
Oh, I don't mind walking, fresh air. Kind of lonely tonight. You suppose J.J. is running around with that? I wonder what it's like.
What, Chris?
Nobody ever looked at me like that. When I was young, I wanted to be an artist. You know, I dreamt I was going to be a great painter someday. Yeah, every Sunday.
Well, that's one way to kill.
Come over tomorrow and see me.
Thanks, Chris. Good night, Chris.
Good night, Charlie. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, good night.
Which way is it to the East Side Subway?
Round the corner, past the L.
Is he hurt?
I'll go call a policeman.
No, wait! Wait!
Officer!
I didn't see his face.
He took $15. He didn't believe it was all I had, so I began.
Wait here.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Well, we have to wait for the officer.
I don't want to get my name in the newspaper, do you?
Well, the newspaper?
Sure, we'll have to get out of the station house and make a complaint. And every time they make an arrest, they send detectives to your house for weeks. Oh, it's a nuisance.
Well, if you think that...
Sorry I can't ask you to come up, but I share my apartment with another girl, Millie. Good night, and thanks.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Tiny.
Know you, Mr. Cross.
Oh, how do you do?
You seen Johnny? I'll change my mind. I could stand a drink. A rum Collins. Come on, keep me company.
Well, you see, I've already had a good deal of champagne.
You want champagne?
Oh, no. Ever since I first saw you... Kitty.
It's really... Kitty. What do your friends call you?
Chris.
Cross.
But I don't mind.
Why are you looking at me? Is my face dirty?
It's beautiful. March. Kitty. Well, look, Kitty, since I'm more than...
Well, you're not a boy, you're just... I like mature people.
Well, what I wanted to say was,
Guess.
you're an actress.
Oh, you are clever. Now that you know all about me, tell me about yourself. What do you do?
I?
Right?
Well, yes, I paint.
Of course, you're a painter. I love paintings. To think I took you for a cashier. You know those art galleries on Fifth Avenue? The prices $1,000. They call it Cézanne.
Cézanne. Oh, he was a great French painter. I'd like to own that painting.
You would?
You can't put any price on masterpieces like that. They're worth, well, whatever. I don't sell my pictures.
Well, not in New York, you mean?
No,
I know. I bet you sell your pictures in Europe, France. Frenchmen get right here in New York. And you're never appreciated in your own country.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. But you know, when I paint, I don't think of money. I just paint for fun.
Fun?
Yes, I think it's the most...
Well, don't you have time?
Oh, no. Well, yes. You see, well, you know, business takes a lot of time.
No wonder when you get all that money.
Well, what play are you acting in?
It closed tonight.
Which?
For Kitty to be in bed.
Might you?
That's the address. Good night, Chris. Why do you ask that?
Well, I just heard you ask the bartender. Well, this is a pleasure. Chris, you asked me. My wife. Well, it's good. It was a swell party last night, wasn't it? You know, I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't?
I guess I'm not as old as I thought. Oh, I've got to do the... Charlie, dear?
No. Go right ahead. Did you paint this?
Great Scott, no. That isn't painting, that's mud, done by a photographer.
Who is it? Husband.
Detective Sergeant Higgins.
Say, that's a real...
Adele got it. After he was drowned in the East River. Jumped in to save a woman. Oh, thank you, Charlie.
That's all.
Five years. $4 a week. Well, I was...
Smoke?
Oh. I guess it went on, huh?
Where did you find a flower like that? You mean, you see this?
When I look at that flower, I see someone... All right, Adele.
Can't you get those lazy legs off that couch, baby?
Come here. Can't you do any better than that?
That's all you think about, lazy legs, hmm? But, miss, you'll have to call a janitor.
You idiot.
Date, you must be robbing the...
You are. He's old enough to be my father. Who came to my rescue? My hero. You were too tight to remember anything. If I...
The painter?
Sweet too, Johnny. He you.
Well, I had a chance to clean up in a crap game. $50. And what did you show?
That's all.
And then you gave me a dirty... Listen, any girl... Trouble with you, baby.
What?
But for cat... He's in the big money. I am knocking my brains out trying to raise a little capital. You don't have to call, See, this bird is goofy about you. Right?
Can't take money off an old man.
The boys at the Acme garage have cut me in on a half interest if I can put up the money. Imagination. You get an cinch to squeeze out your pocket.
Jeepers, the pipe. Get the kind of money you're talking about, I wouldn't know how. Eh? Eh? John.
Position. It's not at first. We'll get you a decent apartment, someplace where I like to come and see you. Not
May I come into my own apartment?
Hello, funny face.
Why don't you just move in, Johnny, then I can... Word.
With an F, like in funny face. She pays half the rent. Well, I don't mind if you want this.
Nothing. You know.
I know Johnny all right. Has he bought you that engagement ring yet?
Oh, you seem to worry more about it than I do.
The new 45... Bet he made a profit at that.
I thought you were modeling girdles for the catalog.
I ache like a dog. Quit modeling. Why don't you go back to work?
Angel?
Not me, honey. I lost those wings a long time ago.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Could get to work on time after you... Honey, what's happened to you? Get any man you want.
Sure.
Oh!
Pair of them up there. They're building their nest.
How long does it take you to paint a picture?
Well, sometimes a day, sometimes a year. You can't tell it. You know, that's the important thing, feeling. Well, now you... It's like falling in love, I guess. You know, first you see someone and then it keeps growing and until you can't think. I look at things, that's all art is. Every painting. There aren't many people you can talk to this way. So you keep it to yourself. You walk. Kitty?
Oh, you probably guessed it. I'm broke. Even...
Yes, I mean...
No, I couldn't. Chris. See? You could paint my portrait. What's the matter? Don't you want to paint my picture?
There's something I lied.
You can't think about anybody else? I ought to be, but I'm not. Not with you, Chris. $500.
I need $500. I could pay it back $10 a week.
That's all right, Mr. Cross. But you'll have to have a co-sign.
Thank you very much.
Radio. The way I have to scrimp and... I'd have been better off a widow. The only reason I put up... Let me smell your breath.
You wanted.
I'll never touch those bonds. They're for my old age. If Homer were alive, I'd have a radio. He made a good salary. Yes, but it didn't smell of... And all your silly pictures cluttering up the hall. I'll give it to the junk man. I will. And the things you paint. It was bad enough when you used to copy picture postcards.
Well, Utrillo copies postcards, and he's considered a great painter.
And now I suppose you're copying Utrillo, whatever his name. I saw what you're doing. Girls. Snakes. Next thing you'll be painting women without clothes.
I never saw a woman without any clothes.
Cold hours. Just coming on, dear.
I'll be right down, Dora. Mr. Cross.
No soap gives you more happiness. Remember, we left Hilda in the laundry washing with bubble suds. Hilda.
Didn't you like the radio?
It went off right in the middle of a program. I wouldn't have such a radio.
Put a body in the trunk and shipped it to California. It says here...
I've read the paper, thank you.
Yeah, man hasn't got a chance with these New York detectives.
Can't you put that paper down and do the dishes?
You didn't mean what you said about giving my paintings away to the... Well, you won't have to. A friend of mine is taking an apartment in Greenwich Village. I'll move everything there.
Well, if he's fool enough to let you do it, go ahead.
Lots of privacy. You've heard of Tony Rivera, the illustrator? He had this apartment on a 3-year lease. Couldn't work anywhere else. This is on the wall of Rivera's. He'd do that with his models. Arch?
Uh-huh. Where's the bedroom?
What's the rent, Mr. Jones?
$150. Oh, there are some things that Rivera left here stored in the basement. They go with the apartment if you care to use them.
I don't like the wallpaper.
Will they change the paper?
I guess so, on a year's lease.
I'll pick it out myself.
Well, don't break the bank. Oh, I thought I heard the doorbell. I didn't hear anything. Last night. You even bought me a book, honey.
You're supposed to be an actress, aren't you?
Shakespeare for Pete. Say, that's all I have left.
You know where to get more, don't you, lazy legs?
Told me he hadn't sold any pictures for a long time. And I...
Kitty. Around a bit.
He seems to get scared when...
Where you want him. He's on the hook and can't get off.
He can walk out, can't he?
He's got a wife.
Mail.
It's only blackmail, baby. When you...
Doorbell?
For God's sake.
Hi.
Don't you answer doorbells?
Thought you were mad at me.
Peace offering. Scotch.
Thanks, honey.
And I found the door was open.
Well, well.
You can come out. Mr. Prince?
Could be.
Last time I saw Johnny, he was talking about going to Hollywood.
I might try it yet. Broke and cleaned up $1 million.
Two stop fighting.
I'm not frightened, baby. She just doesn't know my speed. Why hear a movie actor's getting 5, 10,000 a pushing girls in the face? What do they do I can't do?
Chris!
Hello, Miss Ray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Cross. And Johnny Prince.
Glad to know you, Mr. Cross.
Seems to me I've seen you before somewhere.
Hey, you might get run over by a streetcar. Cross, nice to see you. Hello, Kitty.
So long, Johnny.
I think I like that young man she's in love with.
Oh,
There's something about him that...
she's...
I think of you all the time. Well, there must have been other men who... Look, Kitty, if I were single... Well, if something would happen that would make me free...
a job. Living like this, it's expensive. I don't like to ask you for anything more because, well, you say you haven't sold any pictures lately.
Yes, but don't you...
Talent doesn't count in the theater. Everything is pull, contacts, knowing the right people. You have to... mean a thing. It's clothes, perfumes, making the right impression. Why not? At least.
Oh, no.
I really believe you're in love with me.
I am, Kitty, I am.
You're a caveman. I like you to like me, but, well, there's a limit.
Yes, I know. Oh, I've got to go. I'm supposed to be back. I'll come here tomorrow noon, Kitty.
I'll be waiting. Bye-bye, dear. Oh, don't forget the money.
I'll get it.
Poor sap must be a hophead seeing snakes on the L. You're right there.
And how would he get all the money? Why, if he had to work for a living, he couldn't make $50.
Find out about it.
I kind of like this one. But where would you find flowers like that?
I wonder if I couldn't sell. Say you put them in storage. You know, you got.
He tried to kiss me today. And don't think I liked it.
Oh, you've been kissed before.
I can't stand to have anybody touch me, but
Working late tonight, Mr. Cross?
Oh, I'm about through, Ben. You can let me out in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Catch this for me, will you, Chris? It's personal.
Yes. Yes, of course, J.J.
What you got? $1,000 for a single picture. Hey, what's the matter with you, Nick?
Where'd you pick 'em up? Over in Washington Square? The village long hairs are peddling junk like that for the price of the canvas.
These weren't painted by any village long hair.
That's my pawn shop, isn't it? Yeah, what's his name?
Well, Look, Nick, I brought...
Got an eye for art. Got something. A certain peculiar some... It is. Look at my paint. You know, it's a hard business selling pictures. No taste, no perception.
And no perspective, huh?
Well, where'd you get that?
Off Nick.
Well, what about my ring?
You know how much a good diamond costs?
Well, I gave you 900.
That's what's wrong with
You're crazy.
If I weren't crazy. Borrow dough or have it stashed away.
Johnny, he's not the type. He wouldn't have nerve enough to steal.
Well, he didn't.
Jimmy explained how everything was done. You should have heard him. People stood around and listened.
What museum?
The Metropolitan. Yipe. They've got pictures there worth $1 million.
I'm gonna make as I can't.
Damon Janeway. Don't you know who Mr. Janeway is? He's an art critic. The best authority. Got them both. I couldn't even give him my pictures, not for nothing. Telephone him. You wait here, huh?
For cat's sake, what's so funny?
You are smarty pants. You're the Mr. Fix-It who was gonna make a monkey out of poor, dopey little kitty. And now you can't collect the dime.
Oh, dry up.
He writes for the newspapers. Golly, you gotta... use it.
Liz, hurry up.
I can't help you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, look! There he is. Why did you run away from me like that, huh? Here, $50.
pictures?
You don't know?
Of course they don't know. That's what we're here for.
Look, if you're a friend...
Created them.
He never lets anyone see it. Doesn't even put her name on her pictures.
So I observed. You're an extraordinary artist, Miss Martin.
Oh, no.
See, she can't stand for anybody to talk about her. She got the idea pictures weren't any good. That's why I took those two to you, to give her confidence. I knew they were good. Now I'll take that money.
I never would have guessed it was a woman.
Nor I. You're...
Critic?
You always wanted to be an actress. Now's your chance. Alone with you.
No, no, wait.
No, just a friend.
Oh, I didn't get your name.
Prince. And talk to her.
Glad to.
Well, that depends. What's in it for her?
The original. It has a masculine force. How long does it take you to paint a picture? I can see you're going to be a very hard case. Why don't you have confidence in your work?
Because I can't draw.
You do all right.
I just put a line around what I feel when I look at things.
You're a very stimulating person to talk to.
How you two getting along?
I think I'm breaking the...
As a friend, I'd advise it.
Could you come to the galleries tomorrow?
Well,
She'll be there.
I'm glad you're around, Mr. Prince, to make up our... Good evening.
Night, Mr. Delro.
Good night. Good night.
Night.
What's the difference?
If you mean...
Oh, stop acting like a green kid. Let him talk about what he wants to talk about, and he won't talk about art.
If I had any sense, I'd walk out on you.
Sign a letter. Catherine March.
Kitty!
Back.
Kitty!
Chris!
Oh, Kitty.
Hello, Mr. Cross. You have a little trouble with perspective. Hello, Mr. Cross. If Millie drops in, tell her I'll be at Tiny's place. Don't bother, I'll let...
Has he been here long?
No, why?
I don't. Well, was he the one?
Oh, for heaven's sake, won't you ever forget that?
Well, was he?
No.
Kitty.
Go ahead and paint if you want to. I'm not going to stick around if you're going to torment me.
Kitty.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Angry with me? Do you want me?
Meet. Chris, I'm sorry, Chris, but
Would you marry?
of course I'd marry you if you were free, but you're not, so let's not talk about it. Now you go on. But,
You told me to. I got a nice piece of liver.
How long have you known Catherine March? Me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How long have you known her?
Well, now, don't get excited. Let me help you off with your coat.
Well, you're the one that's excited. Look at you. Known her.
I don't...
For years. Pretending you painted... Making notes.
Where?
You know where. Delaro's art gallery. Now I know why. If you ever do any more... You're stealing her ideas. You're a thief. Oh, God, had better watch out. Oh,
All you gotta do is keep it there.
Oh, it's all very well for you to say, but what about the wear and tear on my nerves?
Papa will...
How do... And it's not possible.
Forgive me, darling. I needed... I couldn't ask you for more. You've been...
You act...
No, I can't tell him different. Funny part is
it made a great deal of difference. Failure, Kitty.
Oh, you're a great painter, Chris. Mr. Delaro said so, and so did Mr. James. They say I am.
Well, they're going to keep on. Does it make whose name is on those pictures, yours or mine? Why, it's just like we were married. Well... Come with me. Know what we're going to call
Why, hello, Damon.
Hello there. Hello. Well. Thank you.
I find...
Without the smile.
Something hidden. Sometimes it seems as if she were two people. I mentioned that in my notice. Would you care to see it?
Cross, there's a man outside says he wants to see you.
Who?
I ain't get no name, sir, but he said he...
Ross, don't you reckon? I was in trouble at the time. I'd been collecting a little extra money from the speakeasies along the waterfront. Word got around to headquarters. I was up for investigation. Man runs in the speakeasy and says, a woman just jumped. The way I felt, I'm hoping I don't come up. Well, there I am swimming around in the dark. I had hold of her hat. Tugboat whistle on, right down on top of me. I looked down my hand. Inside is $2,700 in folding money. Imagine anybody commit. Married to Adele, am I? My mouth shut and just fade away. Adele, I need money. On a couple of thousand.
You're going back to her?
No. But not to do you a favor, mister. I'm clearing out for Adele's sake. Now you're using your head.
Yeah, but you'll have to wait here. I can't get it till after we close at 6 o'clock.
Oh, wait.
Hello, Johnny.
Champagne, baby.
Nice car you have, Johnny. She go fast, huh?
I'd like... Can I borrow the ice pick?
You give it back, huh?
Sure, sure.
Only 200?
Well, that's all I could get.
Don't you think your wife's worth more than that?
Yeah, $2,000 on your life. penny of it, Mr. Higgins, but if you're to... I let you in. You take the money. I let you out.
But why don't you get it?
Oh, why? Yes, but I can play it safe.
How?
Well, you come along the street at 11 o'clock tonight.
Okay? Why are you whispering? How come the lights are on?
Mrs. Michaels. You remember Mrs. Michaels, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
And the neighbors.
Where's the money?
In there, in the bottom drawer of the chest.
Okay.
Please! Murder! Christopher! Christopher, get on the lights! Christopher!
Johnny. Oh, Johnny.
Chris? I don't understand it.
You don't understand anything.
Well, why get sore at
Well,
me?
what use are my brains if I'm tired? Well, it's the truth. I'm fed up with you.
Jeepers, I love you, Johnny.
Oh, Lord, have mercy upon us. A sinner.
Millie? Oh, just a fight. To beat me up? Gee. Wouldn't kill a fly. That's love, honey. Come on, Johnny, I heard you.
No, just an infatuation. You couldn't love a man like... He wouldn't let you alone, isn't that right? Well, that's wrong. Now, don't cry, Kitty. Together, way far off, so you can forget this other man. Don't cry, Kitty. Please don't cry.
I'm laughing.
Kitty.
I wanted to laugh in your face ever since I first met you. You! Get out of here!
Hey! Oh, you look out, Johnny.
Fritz! What made you do it? I just can't do it.
But, Mr. Hogarth...
I know you've done your duty, and I'm obliged to you. There's a woman, wasn't it? You're through.
Where was he picked up? Riverside Drive. He tried to get away in the murdered girl's car.
That was my car.
This is yours, too. It's got your initials on it. But it's her blood.
You... use for it, did she?
Belongs to you too, huh?
I picked it up. How did I know she was dead? I thought she was asleep at first. Paint those pictures. Old Cross is... He told me...
In my expert opinion,
told me she was an artist when she... Now.
Yeah, he was mean when he was drunk. He said he was gonna fix it.
That's when I tell him, you look out.
Hung up. He was there.
That was one of her peculiar... See her paint.
Paint? He only copied her work. He's a thief. He stole from me, from his employer, from
I mean my former paint. My copies were so bad I had to destroy.
Hello, Mr. Cross.
I'm Crocker.
Joe Williams, Morning World.
Yeah.
Conway's with the ledger.
Hi.
You sure cooked Johnny's goose, Mr. Cross, when you testified you couldn't paint.
Nobody cooked Johnny's goose except Johnny. The way he shot off his mouth.
He was...
His wife.
Sure, the evidence was only circumstantial.
What do you mean? Got a fair trial, didn't he?
Yeah, but there's always a doubt.
I suppose you fellas are going to say it was a miscarriage of justice. That someone is getting away with murder.
jury and executioner.
I don't get it.
Where it can never get out. Right here in solitary. So what? I have, Mr. Cross. I'd rather have the judge give me the work than have to do it to myself.
Won't anybody believe me? Give me a break, somebody!
Here, baby. Jeepers, I love you. Lazy leg. Oh, Johnny. He brought us together, Johnny, forever.
Idiot.
Oh, you idiot. Marry me, you? Now she's mine, Chris.
Let her alone!
Mine forever. You killed me, Chris. You're old and ugly, and you killed me. You killed
You're the one I killed.
Now she's...
It's all right.
Get up. Come on, come on, get up, get up. You know the mayor's orders. Get on down to the Bowery where you belong.
Who's that, Rick?
Oh, he's got a crazy idea. He killed a couple of people 5 or 6 years ago. Can't get it off his mind. Wants to be tried and executed. You know these nuts.